this is Dr. Nuke. Today I'm going to be talking about some noodles, ramen noodles, both imported in this box and also the regular American made ramen. This is Nissin top ramen that you get at the supermarket. Kitty. Kitty. Now here, this box here, the brand name is Mama. Instant rice vermicelli clear soup. And this box has 30 packs in it. Now I'm going to open this box. Incidentally, it has Chinese writing on it as well as English, and Mama's written in Thai. It says here, manufactured by Thai President Foods Public Company Limited, 304 Srinacaran Road, Huamark, Bangkapi, Bangkok, 10240, Thailand. That's the address on the box. Incidentally, if you're wondering where I got this, I bought it at the Thai Fat Market in Burlington, Vermont. It's on the Thai Fat Market is on North Street in Burlington, not to be confused with North Avenue. It's not a very big store, but it's jam-packed full of all sorts of Asian stuff, including noodles. All right, as you see, I've opened the box, and there should be 30 individual packets of ramen in the box. This packet here says Mama with Latin characters and also in Thai and Chinese. Oriental style instant rice vermicelli clear soup. And then it says here in small letters, for export only, product of Thailand. Now, I'm not gonna open this, but because I'm not planning on cooking this right now. But if I were to open this packet, there would be a small brick of rice noodles. These noodles are made from rice flour. Rice noodles with a flavor packet, an oil packet, and a hot chili pepper packet. A little teeny packet with a little bit of very hot chili powder. Now, compare that. You have to go to an Asian market to buy this stuff, or order it online or whatever, or if you're like a store or a restaurant, you can get it from a supplier. But this stuff here, this is the regular American ramen that you can get at any supermarket. Again, as I mentioned, this is Nissin brand top ramen, chicken flavor. This is not made from rice flour. I don't think it says the first ingredient in this is enriched flour, which contains, according to the label here, wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, and folic acid. Those, by the way, are nutrients. Palm oil, salt, contains less than 2% of autolyzed yeast extract, citric acid, disodium guanylate, disodium inosinate, disodium citrate, dried leek flake, egg white, garlic powder, hydrolyzed corn protein, hydrolyzed soy protein, lactose, maltodextrin, natural and artificial flavor, onion powder, potassium carbonate, potassium chloride, powdered chicken, rendered chicken fat, silicon dioxide, sodium alginate, sodium carbonate, sodium tripolyphosphate, soybeans, spice and color, citric acid, sugar, TBHQ, preservative. Water ingredients. Those ingredients, they're not all bad. There's nothing in here that's terrible. It sounds bad because there's such a long list of ingredients, but really those things aren't that bad for you. um, Living on this all the time might not be healthy, but but anyway, the main difference is this is made with wheat, and this is made with rice. These are cheaper. You can get these cheaper at the supermarket than you pay for these. I mean, after all, these are imported. And so anyway, from every once in a while, I go to that Oriental market, the Thai Fat market in Burlington, to buy noodles and maybe other things. Next time I go there, I don't know, see what exotic things they have. And one of these years, no, probably wouldn't be this year, but one of these years down the road, I'd like to go to Boston. And Boston has quite a Chinatown. I'd like to go to Chinatown and go around the markets and buy a bunch of exotic stuff. Bring it back up here. That would be a very interesting thing to do. And my first experience with Chinatown in Boston was a trip that I made with my mother and her father and stepmother. My grandfather drove an old, well then it wasn't old of course, Chrysler New Yorker from Vermont down to Boston. And I remember being in the car and my grandfather was driving and he was driving really fast. I looked at the speedometer and he was going like 75, even 80. Keep in mind, this was before the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit went into effect. But yeah, I'd never been in a car that had been driven so fast before. And the car had power windows and it had a clock on the dashboard. I had never seen a car with either of those things before. But anyway, we went to Boston, and one of the places we went to in Boston was a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. And I remember about it that there was a stream with actual flowing water running through the middle of the dining area. I guess they had the floor sloped a little bit, and it would collect in a pool at the bottom and get pumped back up to the top, continue the cycle. That must be what they were doing. But anyway, they had this little stream running through the dining room, and they had all sorts of decorations, and it was wonderful to behold. And I liked the food. It was the first time that I remember eating at a Chinese restaurant. Yes, I believe I was 8 years old, or somewhere. I think I was 8 years old then. So that would be 52 years ago. And there's other things in Boston that I would like to do. The Boston Museum of Science, of course, is a place that I would want to visit one of these days. The Museum of Fine Arts, the aquarium, the historic sites, and there's a famous, renowned restaurant in Boston, which is the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the United States. the Union Oyster House in Boston. I believe originally opened its doors in 1824 or somewhere around there. And I have been to that establishment. I think I've been there because I had another experience with Boston, and that is for a year when I was 9.5 to 10.5. We lived outside of Boston, and but anyway, um, I lived outside of Boston and went into the city a lot, and went to the. I'm sure we went to the Union Oyster House, but there's another reason to go to the Union Oyster House besides the fact that it is very old. Apparently, the former and now deceased President John Fitzgerald Kennedy was a fan of that establishment, and I guess there was a particular table or stall or whatever that he sat at. So I would like to, if I could, make arrangements ahead of time to reserve that particular table or booth or whatever, and have a photo op, be photographed being in John Fitzgerald Kennedy's table, and be sitting exactly where John Fitzgerald Kennedy sat. Yes. I have a record, actually 2 records, of John Fitzgerald Kennedy's speeches. They're commemoratives released after he died. One of them is called John Fitzgerald Kennedy, a Memorial Album. And I have a copy of it on vinyl, but I have bought over the years probably, 6 copies of that record. And I have one, I've given away others. The most I ever paid for one of those records was, I think, $3, although I saw a copy for sale in a pawn shop for $30. I didn't buy it, but it was the same record. It was in better condition, and it was $30. I didn't buy it. I wonder if anyone did buy it, but well, anyway, I've rambled on and on and on about things, so hope that all is well. Have a good evening. Bye.